Hi there, my name is Tara Murphy and I am the Schools and Colleges Liaison Manager at Royal Holloway, University of London. Royal Holloway is a campus university set on 135 acres of stunning parkland in Egham, Surrey, just 40 minutes by train to central London and 7 miles from the international hub that is London Heathrow. Ranked highly within the UK for both our quality of research and teaching, we're a close-knit community where you can study over 250 undergraduate courses. You can find out more on our website. Within this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about UCAS. UCAS stands for the University and Colleges Admission Service, and it's where you can go to both research about university but also apply. You can use their website to search for courses and filter according to what your needs are. For example, here I've been looking for a history course in the southeast of England starting in 2021. It's provided me with over 244 courses from 28 providers that you can go on to research. You can also find out about key dates, such as when your application is due and deadlines, but also open days and online events as well. Finally, it has a hub where you can find out everything you need to know about student life, from creating your personal statement to opening up a UK bank account. You can log on by going to ucas.com, where you can start to register. UCAS has a 12-step process for you to apply to university. Firstly, you need to register. You'll need to get the buzzword from your school. They'll be able to provide you with this, and this means that they can connect your accounts. While you're there, you could easily fill in your education section of the application, where you could put in things like what you got at GCSE and what you're predicted, and also fill in things about your employment, for example, if you have a weekend job. Next, you'll need to fill in your personal details. This includes things like how you're going to fund university, for example, that you'll be using student finance, and gives you the chance to provide a nominated access. This gives access to another person, for example, a parent or guardian, who could speak on your behalf. It's also your chance to fill in any special needs or impairments that you have. When we say special needs, impairments and disabilities, there's a range of things that this could include. I, for example, am dyslexic, and so I declared this on my UCAS form. This was used by the university to provide me support before I attended and meant that things like funding and equipment could be ready for the September when I started, instead of having to start the process then. This will not go against you in an application and is purely done to help and support you. The next section is filling in your additional information. Here you'll be asked questions about your ethnic origin, national identity, and occupational background. They're mandatory questions used for monitoring purposes. This information will only be shared with universities and colleges after you've secured a place or at the end of the application cycle, so don't worry, it will not influence any decisions regarding your applications. There's a few more further optional questions, and also it gives you a chance to fill in your individual circumstances, such as your parents' education, if you've been in care, or you've been involved in any wider invitation activities, such as summer schools. The next section is where you're going to have to start putting in your choices. This is the choices of the courses that you want to study. You can apply for a maximum of 5, and these could be different courses at the same university or different courses at different universities. We really recommend that your course is within a similar area. For example, on here you can see someone has applied for history, ancient history and classics, which are easy to talk about together. This is because you only are given one personal statement which is sent it to all 5 universities. You don't have to apply to 5 different courses, but we do recommend it. The next section is your personal statement. A personal statement is a 4,000-character persuasion essay which is convincing admissions specialists and tutors why you should be able to study your course at their university. They want you to demonstrate a number of different skills. This is things like independent study, your ability to contribute to the university community, independent thinking, and also your knowledge of the subject. A way in which I would recommend speaking about your skills is using the ABC method. A stands for activity, B for benefit, and C for course. For example, if you were to say that you were on the debate team at school, that's the activity. The benefit is the skill, what it gives you. For example, your ability to debate topics with people who disagree with you. And the way that this links back to your course is if, for example, you were studying history, within a seminar, you'd be able to understand people's different views, but still come to your own conclusion. This could also be done in talking about academic material that you've read, or for example, if you've watched a TED Talk online. The activity is watching the TED Talk, the benefit is the information that it provided you, and the way it links back to your course is maybe it got you interested more in that subject, or for example, something you'd like to study at that university. The next section is your teacher's reference. Within your application, a teacher or tutor will write a reference for you. The reference will include things about your academic achievements, your academic potential, your suitability to a course, personal qualities, personal achievements, and any other factors that could have affected your learning, both positively and negatively. It's really important that you find out who's writing your teacher's reference. A lot of the time this is your personal tutor, but it could possibly be someone who's also studied or taught the course that you want to do. Things that you want them to know are about your personal circumstances, any extracurricular activities you do, any work experience that you've done, and ways that they can really sell you to the university as well. The next sections are fairly simple to complete. You need to declare that what you've said is to the best ability true, and also that they'll need to ensure that you haven't plagiarised. Plagiarism is really serious at universities, and it's essentially taking someone else's work and saying it's your own. Your personal statement needs to be yours, and UCAS runs each personal statement through a special service to check that it hasn't been, for example, copied off the internet. You'll need to pay, and then you can send your application off, and that's when you'll move on to UCAS track. Some key dates to be aware of in terms of UCAS is firstly the summer before you're going to be applying. This is where you should be carrying out your research, attending open days or online events, and also doing further research or independent study that you can write about in your personal statement. In the September, UCAS will open, and on the 15th of October, this is the deadline for medicine, veterinary and dentistry, and also for Oxford and Cambridge applications. In autumn, this will likely be when your school has its internal deadline for completing your personal statement, and the 15th of January is the UCAS deadline. It's really important to find out when your school's deadline is so that they can make sure that your teacher's references and everything is ready before the UCAS official deadline on the 15th of January. Do check this date because it can change for certain reasons. For example, this year in 2021, it's been delayed due to the pandemic. In March, this is also when there'll be a number of deadlines for creative courses as well. You're probably wondering what happens to your application after it's sent. Your application is sent to the 5 different courses or universities that you've sent it to, and it's read by an admissions tutor or also sometimes people who work within the academic field. They'll review it and make a decision. There's 3 types of responses that a university will send you. Firstly, that you have a conditional offer. This means that you've been awarded a place on your course of your choice, but you need to meet set conditions. Normally this refers to getting certain grades in your A-levels or qualifications that you haven't yet completed. The next is an unconditional offer, meaning there's no conditions and that you have been awarded a place to study on that course. And finally, the last is that you've been unsuccessful. If you receive conditional offers, you'll need to make a firm and insurance choice. A firm is your first choice and an insurance is your backup. You can start to get a response from universities immediately. If you receive all 5 responses by mid-May, then you'll need to make your firm and insurance decision by June. If you receive the responses after this, it'll be July. Check on the UCAS website for the exact date. In the second week in August, you'll have your A-level results day. This is where you'll find out your results and where a number of courses will be opened for clearing. You'll also find out on this day whether you've been accepted into your firm or insurance or if you need to enter clearing. There's 3 key outcomes that normally happen on results day. First is that you're accepted to your firm. If you achieve or exceed your grades, you could go into adjustment, which is like clearing, where you can search for courses with higher grade boundaries as you didn't expect to achieve that high. Next, if you haven't quite made the grades for your firm, you'll be accepted into your insurance. And if you didn't quite make the grades for both your firm and insurance, you can enter clearing. This is where you can look on UCAS for alternative courses or courses at different universities. You need to call them and contact them to see if they'll accept you. And once that's confirmed, you'll need to go back onto UCAS track and say where you would like to attend. And after that, it's ready to start university. To find out more information about searching for university or Royal Holloway, you can go to our website, royalholloway.ac.uk, or also go to the UCAS website, which is ucas.com. Thank you.